Okay guys, I hope everyone's doing well. This is a Mitts Merrill Chipper. They have this nice feature that the chute actually swings open, as you can see. And then you have access to the anvil, and you can observe the blades coming against the anvil. There's a pin that after you line this back up here to here, there's a pin that goes through and locks that chute back up near the drum. But anyway, after you replace your blades and you got a nice clean set of blades on there, you want to adjust the anvil. And under here, you will have a hex bolt and another hex bolt that is 5/8. And then you will have these bolts here that help to adjust the anvil. After you get these loose, you can use these to move the anvil up and down till you get it in place. I have it adjusted. You want to use what's called a feeler gauge, and I do mine at 0.25 or 63 millimeter. And after you get you loosen this and loosen this, you start to loosen these, and you do it just with like little half turns, you know, just out half turns. So you try to keep everything level. There is a small level you can buy that you could put on the anvil to keep it level, as long as you're on level ground. But generally, you don't really need to do that. And then what you will do is, these are now tightened up. So I'm going to take these nut that's around it here, and I'm going to tighten those up. I have all this tight now. So these will just help to hold the anvil in place where you have it. Let me see here. Let's tighten these up. There we go. Those will hold. Now what you want to do is have your blade, let me move this light so hopefully you guys can see. After I install my blades, I always mark it with a penciling crayon after it's inspected and it's good. That's why there's yellow. But as you can see, where that point is on the side of that blade, you want that to be a 25th here. So as you can see, that filler gauge just fits across there just enough, and that way it's really going to chip properly and nice for you. You want to have your blades adjusted properly, or the chipper will not chip very well for you. You have to have your blades very close to the anvil. Also, you can take this anvil that's under here, this square block, and you can take it to a machinist and have him level the edge out, so that when you're putting it on your chipper, it's completely level and it's going to meet the blades level all the way across, because it will eventually become rounded and stuff from chipping on it. Also, as you work on this, I have these wrenches here, but you could probably use a screwdriver. When you loosen this, sometimes the anvil will move a little bit and not be completely lined up. So I put this in and push back. You could probably use a screwdriver and kind of tighten these bolts to where they're not extremely tight, but to where it's holding the anvil against here, because as you adjust these, you don't want to get it adjusted and then tighten it up and then it be moved up higher. Sometimes that can happen. It's good to take everything out, get air and clean all in there, shoot air and clean it, just so when you put your anvil back in, it's nice and clean. Nothing to affect you leveling it out. But that's pretty much all you have to do, and then this thing will chip really, really good. And I hope that helps you out. And this would be done on any chipper that's a drum style chipper, would be adjusted this way. Some of the older chippers also have straight blades that run across them, and the anvil would be adjusted the same way. If you don't have a feeler gauge like one of these, you could use a credit card or a driver's license or a Costco card or something and use that in between the blades to get your blade set, proper distance from the anvil to the tip of the blade. I hope this helps. Have a good day.